Affirmative Murder is brought to you by Drizzly. That cold case you're listening to? Nasty stuff. But you know what else is a crime? Missing even a moment of whatever you're doing to go on a drink run. Luckily, there's Drizzly, the #1 app for alcohol delivery. With Drizzly, you can compare prices on the biggest selection of beer, wine, and spirits, then get them delivered in under 60 minutes. Let me talk to all my bros and broettes for a second. It's football season. Do you want to miss a moment of insert star football player here, going for another highlight play, to step out to go get some more Trulies, or Mike's Hards, or Bud Light, or whatever it is that you use to get through a football game? I don't know you. Well, fear no more. Just download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com today. Again, that's drizzly.com. DRIZLY.com today. Drizzly, the #1 app for alcohol delivery.
You are now listening to the hottest true crime podcast in the streets.
Hello, and welcome to the Affirmative Murder minisodes. We are here and delivering you guys a new and reimagined concept of affirmative murder. Isn't that right, friend?
Yeah.
We're slowing things down. We're bringing it down. We're compacting things. We want to get a little looser, get engagement from the audience. We're here to have a little bit more fun, if you will.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make the most of this concept of these minisodes and these tales from your hoods and everything like that by opening up the market, as Jay-Z would say, and flooding it so that we get more emails from more people, more interesting stories, as opposed to catering to our small but ever budding audience over there on Patreon. So now we will be releasing these to the public. So we're asking for the public to get involved, man. We're looking for, just for clarity, if people weren't clear, while we are looking for brushes with, true crime stories adjacent to you in your childhood, or a crazy story happened in you growing up. I am fascinated about hoarders. Maybe your neighbor was a hoarder. Maybe you want to get some advice from Fran. I don't know. Don't limit yourself on where your emails could be from, because I feel like some of the messages I was getting were like, well, I don't have a story that involves somebody being murdered up the street from me. It's like, let's not pigeonhole us into that.
Yes.
Creepy, ghost, whatever you got. A strange story, an odd person that would come around the kids when you guys were younger, but you don't know anything that happened specifically, but it just gave you an uneasy feeling.
It's okay to step out of the true crime world.
Yeah.
It's okay to do that.
We just want some odd stories.
There you go, odd stories.
Odd stories.
You don't got somebody don't have to get murdered and nothing like that. Nothing crazy.
No, that's not a requirement.
No.
We're just looking to engage with the audience and give you guys some different content aside from what we do on Mondays. We're going to give you guys a little extra, a little bonus, if you will.
Also, people, look, don't worry about being shy. If you send emails, what is it? Is it voice record? You do voice messages?
You can if you want to, but you can just write it out.
My voice. Oh, shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Send it in.
Shut up and then don't shut up.
Yeah.
And then turn on that mic and talk.
Right, exactly.
Again, you don't have to do that at all. Sure. But you can. I'd love that. That's why I was like, I would love for people to send in audios that we can just listen to, and then people can really hear the fear and the unsettledness in their voices as they tell their story. But that's not a requirement, because I understand as you speak to shyness, I get that. Write it in if you want to. But also, people get shy about writing stuff too. They're like, I don't think this is interesting. I don't think this is interesting. Shut up.
Shut up.
And then get those hands to working. Yeah, shut up, then don't shut up. Then shut up and then get to typing. Shut up and dance. Shut up and do all of it. Except dribble. Fuck Laura Ingram. Anyway.
Shots.
Yeah, shots fired. I don't have the shots fired thing up on ready to go.
You need to get that.
Yeah.
You got all these buttons over here. You don't have that.
None of them are gunshots.
Up.
Well, I'm anti-violence, bro.
Right.
But I do have an email to give people an example of what we're looking for. And again, we're not looking for anything specific, but somebody heard the call and got the tappity-tapping and sent it in to us. So this is an email from Brianna.
Shout out.
Pretty sure it's Brianna, not Brianna, but if it is Brianna, you know who we mean. Brianna H. Okay. The email says that this is a creepy murder in Weymouth, Massachusetts. So the email says, "Hi, Alvin and Fran. I'm a newer listener and have been binging your podcast for months.
Thank you.
You guys have me cracking up literally every episode, and I look forward to listening daily. Shout out to you, B.H.
Oh, okay.
B.H.
All right. Watch it, man. Don't say nothing crazy on here.
No, Biatch. Shout out to you, Biatch. I saw on the Facebook page that you were looking for local creepy happenings. I honestly don't know about any ghosts or eerie things. Again, we're nothing specific, but sure, ghosts. If this was that, that's cool. But it doesn't. We're not looking for anything specific.
Yeah, ghosts are real though.
Ghosts
used to be.
Okay. He said that. I avoid that shit at all costs. I am not the one to be haunted. Same here, BH. But there was a murder in 2011, I think, that is just all sorts of creepy. An 18-year-old killed his mom's boyfriend, and his sister, but he covered the mom's boyfriend's body with stuffed animals and knives, and even shoved a Beanie Baby into the boyfriend's mouth.
Oh, okay.
You know that? You know that?
No, I thought.
Oh, okay, yeah,
else.
no.
Okay.
Into the boyfriend's what? What'd you think? Don't even go there.
Either way, it's still
shoving in any orifice a Beanie Baby is dark stuff.
Yeah.
This is a twisted person. BH goes on to say, for a boring town, Weymouth, which I've never heard of and will never go to, Weymouth has many murders. I have a whole list, but this one scared the shit out of my friends and myself, scared the shit out of my friends and I at the time. She provided the sources to the place, and then BH said, "Do you guys plan to sell any merch soon? Let me know. Love listening. Thanks for always putting a smile on my face. Brianna," or in parentheses, Bree Hilton. So shout out to
Bree. Whoa, man.
Oh,
I hope you got.
I was saying like the hotel.
Okay.
I think she stays at.
You can't say that though, because
What?
then people figure it out.
Oh, that's even more specific. No, I was just saying, I think she's staying at she wrote this at one of those hotels. Okay. Is what I was saying. It has no relation to her name. Right. I think she wrote this. It says from that hotel is at the bottom. You know how they have letterhead at the bottom?
I get it.
With
but
the
that's
address to that hotel.
Terrible cover up. I don't think that works.
Well, you're saying that it's a cover up, and so that makes it worse. Let's just move on. Shout out to you, Bree. And thank you for sending in an email. That was a crazy story.
Yeah. Shout
out to Weymouth, Massachusetts. Again, won't ever be going anywhere near there. Boston is probably the most I'll go into the Massachusetts thing. You know something? I don't really feel like the need to go there either. It's like the New Ireland feels a little intense and racial sometimes. I don't really need to go to Boston. We got old churches here in Baltimore. Yeah. You know, this is one of the 13 colonies as well, Massachusetts. So Maryland, we got all the same kind of stuff you guys have too.
I would agree.
I don't like clam chowder like that anyway. What'd you think of that one, man? That's a good example. Like, what are you looking for, Frank? Get into what would you like to hear from the listeners?
From the listeners, man. These emails? I think just kind of to reiterate what you already said is just stories that just spook you out. It doesn't have to be true crime related. Just like you step out of the house and it was a fucking, I don't know, a dead cat head on your step or something crazy like that.
Oh, and you never got an explanation for it.
It happened to me when not a cat head, but like a mouse head was on my step when I first moved to my house.
Ooh,
I thought somebody was trying to send a message,
like the mob.
But we just got stray cats.
Yeah, and they just drop off a present.
Yeah,
that was a welcome to the neighborhood. Yeah, that was a welcome to the neighborhood mouse head.
It's gross, but I had to clean it up.
Super gross.
But back to what I was saying though, just anything, man, anything that scared you, or you could be at the gas station and you saw something across the street.
Yes,
that you was spying out, but you just don't know. And it stuck with you for forever.
Get into it.
Let's talk about it.
Yes.
Send it here. You want to ask me for some advice?
Yes.
Oh, I got you.
Yes.
I got you.
Ask Fran.
Yeah, ask Fran. There you go.
This is the place to do that as well.
Yeah.
Ask Fran. We can finish things off with that. You guys, apropos of nothing to do with true crime. You just want to ask Fran. Hey, Fran, I'm going to this party. Should I wear a red dress or a blue dress? Here's the theme of the party, and Fran can give you the information and what he thinks based on whatever worldly experiences Fran has.
Yes. So
this is a forum for just engagement with our audience. Now, do I want to hear some crazy hoarder stories? Maybe your neighbor hoarded so bad that the city had to come out and evict them. Yeah. And then you saw how horrible the things were when they start cleaning the house out. There's bags of shit and dead cats and mummified dogs and all that stuff. Maybe you have one of those experiences. This is the place we want to hear it. We want to read it. We want to experience it. And if you want to flip on a microphone and talk into it and have your voice come on the podcast, that's fine too.
Or if you want to call in, why can't they call in?
Hey, you know something? Well, that takes more work as far as organizing the time to call and everything like that. But we could call them, but that still takes time and organization. It's more of an organization thing.
I get it.
This is going to be weekly, so that takes too much planning. But so ignore
maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day we're just live and firing.
Let's not close that door.
Let's not close the door.
No,
never close. We never close door. One thing about Affirmative Murder, we never close doors.
Doors are always open.
Doors are always wide open, unlocked. We don't even have doors, honestly.
Or locks.
There's no locks and no doors. So let's move on. So we got one more email. We're just here to give you guys a little sample of what we're looking for. This is kind of I know we have mini-sodes on the feed of our regular podcast feed from the past before we took it over to Patreon. But this is kind of episode 1. Yes. Of a new thing. This is a reimagining.
Yes.
We're in new territory now. This is a new thing. You know, I don't know if I want to title it Tales from the Hood or if I want to, that's just what we say, or if I just want to keep titling it Minisodes. What do you think? We're spitballing live and
right. This is it's creativity. Yeah, maybe if depending on, you go over the emails, maybe if whatever emails we categorize them and we get a Tales from Your Hood jingle.
Oh,
within the minisode.
Let's challenge people to, hey, you guys, listen, we're going to play our music at the beginning anyway, but if you guys send in little songs or jingles like that, we'll play those too.
There we go.
This could be a forum for open creativity.
Yes.
Let's not limit ourselves to what you guys think we want to hear. This does not have to be, if you guys have anything you want to ask us, ask us. If you guys want to make songs, send them in. Jingles, send them in. I would love to get a jingle about a Tales from the Hood jingle.
Jingle?
Yes.
Man.
Also, just to make sure I give my nods properly, the Tales from the Hood, where I got that from, I don't know if you remember, there's a great classic, quote unquote, hood movie, Tales from the Hood. It was based on Tales from the Crypt with the Crypt Keeper.
Oh, yeah.
And there's 3 movies in one.
Oh, by the way, Fugly. Oh,
the Crypt Keeper
used to creep me out.
Yeah,
man.
Disgusting. Weird laugh.
A little bit of hair.
His hair's stringing away. He lives in a crypt.
Man.
But a black director made Tales from the Hood, which was like a movie that had 4 little short films in it that were all horror movies, but based around being in black neighborhoods. It was like a blaxploitation film from the 90s. And I love it so much because it's so weird and dark and creepy. And I love the title of that movie, Tales from the Hood. So, and it has there's one of the short films is about these little slave dolls that uprise and kill a mayor who was the descendant of a slave owner, or the descendant of slave owners.
Yeah. And
all these little African slave dolls uprise and kill him. It's terrifying, but you feel just in it, So I took the title. That's where I got Tales from the Hood from. Okay. So, but we want the Tales from Your Hood. So again, we're just spitballing, kind of figuring it out. And if you want to title your emails that, please go for a tale from my hood, a tale from whatever. We'll figure it out. But we want these to be a forum, a branch, if you will, a bridge between us and the listeners. So use that bridge. Get in touch with us. Get involved. Anyway, got an email here from this is an email that I got a little while back, but I would have never read it on the podcast. But this feels like an open forum to do so, and a great time.
You been stashing this, man? You been holding this out from us?
A little bit, because it's a little heavy.
Okay.
It's real.
All right.
And I didn't know how to shoehorn it into the regular podcast episodes, but here we can do that.
Yes.
So this is another example of the type of stuff that we can do. This is almost more of this is an advice question, kind of.
Okay.
So I'm going to get into it. The subject is domestic abuse opinion. So yeah, we're going there. Okay. This isn't all laughs and shits and gigs and everything. The message says, hi, with a waving emoji. I'm a huge fan. I know you don't like the term fan, but that's what I am. So deal. All right. Well, hey, all right. Hey, hands up. We don't want any problems. You can call yourself whatever you please. Anyway, she says, about the Christian Obusimile case, I wanted to know your thoughts and maybe even your advice about a similar situation a family member of mine is in. Please leave my name out.
Did you not read this?
No. Should have read it in advance.
Yeah.
That's for future reference. Wait, listen, man. We're living. We're breathing. We're breathing in live time. We're figuring this out on the road. Please do not. Please leave out my name, since I'd love to hear you talk about this on the podcast. It's such a common situation, and I love to. You two are shining a very important light on the reverse version of domestic abuse. I don't know if that's something we do, but I guess we've done it. So yeah. My brother-in-law, meaning my husband's older brother, and his girlfriend have been in a relationship. I will keep her name out, by the way. I'll make sure I go back and put some beeps.
Please,
in it. Yeah. My brother-in-law and his girlfriend have been in a relationship for over 15 years, and since they were 12 years old, which is just not a good idea. Let's go ahead and start there advice-wise. We're going to pick this apart. You should never date somebody that you met at 12 for 15 years. If you meet them at 12 and then you guys go and date later on in life, great. But you guys were dating on and off since you were. How you guys living life? You always got some person around not wanting you to go experience new things and date things. You go into high school, college, adulthood. 12.
Well, they probably been on and off, so there's been some gaps.
Yeah, but that's messy. You know, you keep some person that you always like have on this pedestal, which I don't even know how you can have somebody on a pedestal from you knew them from 12. How great could you think they are at 12? What's this, Boy Meets World?
They grew up together.
Yeah, but I feel like it stunts your growth to be in that kind of an intense entanglement from 12.
Well,
it leaves you're not looking at, even if you on the off times, anybody that you're looking at, you're like, they're cool, but I got this one. There's always that one. My boo. That's what that song was about.
What's your opinion, man?
That's what she's asking for. That's what they're asking for. This person who could be boy, girl, who we don't know.
Yeah.
Random person. I never even
I
said
don't
their
see
name.
nothing wrong with that.
With dating somebody from 12 and dating them for 15 years?
Been off and on. Maybe they married now, maybe. You know?
Well, no boyfriend, it says. So they've been in a 15-year relationship with no commitment as far as ring.
That's why I'm saying it's off and on. It's probably
well, if they have all the stuff
where they haven't talked.
Let's get to see if they have children together.
Okay.
Because then this is messy. 15 years and kids, everything. Get married, or don't get married because it sounds like this is turns bad. Let me continue. Over the years, they have been on and off for different reasons. One being her cheating on him. Okay, right. So you keep. There's nothing wrong with it. I want you to keep that same energy. There's nothing wrong with
what did I say though?
Keep that same energy.
I said on and off.
I'm just asking you to keep the same energy.
I said on and off.
I'm just asking you to keep the same energy. Both have a serious drinking problem and get into physical fights often, leaving blood around the house and even breaking furniture. They should just not be together. I don't know what you want. I don't know what advice.
This doesn't sound healthy.
Here's my advice. They should not be together, and I don't know how you can affect that. I don't think you can, but you know that answer. I will continue because this is a long email. It's very interesting. His girlfriend makes it out that he is the aggressor, and to be honest, he does explode in anger at other times. My husband and I have seen my brother-in-law with huge cuts that need stitches and various injuries. Before my oldest was born, he had called us drunk in the middle of the night to come and get him, and he told us about a door and TV that his girlfriend broke in anger. Come on now, leave the TV out of it. Unfortunately, alcohol abuse has a terrible part to play. And this and the violence only happens when both of them are drunk and blacked out. First of all, if you're drinking enough to be blacked out, you got your own internal problem. These are problems that with yourself, and you shouldn't. And this is codependency. Anyway, in the morning when we tried to help separate them or counsel them on maybe taking AA classes or couples therapy, they both don't really remember what happened the night before and say that they don't think that they have a problem, and then they isolate themselves from us afterwards. So basically, once they show their ass a bit and people see how bad it is, they go, "No, it was just a bad night. We were drunk, guys. It's fine." And then they embarrassingly stay away to avoid the conflict of like, guys, this is unhealthy. Yeah, they avoid that for a time until it blows away and it kind of
repeats itself.
And then it repeats itself. So people forget, and then they come back, pop back up. Hey guys, happy family reunion or birthday or whatever. Yeah. And people forgot about the last time we saw y'all. Shit was breaking and it was violent. For years, the family has tried to help them to no avail, and for the past few years, everyone really just turns a blind eye. I'm new to the family, and I'm not sure how to handle this. My husband's family owns and operates a business that everyone works for. My brother and sister-in-law are very involved in the company and have affected the company's income. Whoa. Now you're affecting the bottom dollar. This is just bad, which means they are affecting my children's life. Yeah. Oh, no, she's getting in the bag now.
Hey, look. When food is being taken off the table.
Nah. You taking food out of my kid's mouth?
We have a problem.
Now your shit's affecting me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not in that relationship, but you're taking food out of my kid's mouth? Never that. So anyway, this is how I could tell she turned up. I could tell they turned up here, this person, man. We don't know.
I think you say she.
Yeah, she's.
You didn't say, well, I'm not going to.
We won't have to get into what I have to and don't have to say. But they go on to say that means they are affecting my children's livelihood and with their toxic behavior. I've been told my husband not to step in and honestly don't want to. But how can I not? I want to know what you guys think and what would you do if you were in this situation. My husband and I listen to everything true crime, and he has confessed to me that he's scared to go to his brother's house one day and find him either being arrested or dead.
Yeah.
Our family is Hispanic, and because my brother-in-law is the one being abused, most of the people who have the ability to help him say things like, handle your girl, or just get her pregnant so she can stop drinking. Wow. That is awful advice. Wow. We'll get into that after I finish reading the email. I really just want to know your opinions, and I apologize for the length. That's fine. P.S. We do see them often because of work, and let it be known that she never has a mark on her, and that she shows all the signs of your average abuser: emotional control, isolation, manipulation, keeping his self-esteem low, etc. Everyone in the family has witnessed these emotional abuse tactics publicly, and she doesn't let anyone go inside their house, even going as far as not letting his mother stay with them in their 3-bedroom house and forcing her to stay in our 1-bedroom apartment with my 2 chaotic toddlers. She's not with any of this. So I think I know this person's stance. I mean, not to say their name. I think I know this person's stance, but Fran, what's your opinion after reading all that? What would you do if your brother-in-law, which you now have, was in a situation like this?
Well, first of all,
what would be your thoughts anyway? Let's do that.
Well, first of all, I think there's levels to that domestic violence situation with alcohol involved.
Yes.
Because it's could be just like, oh, well, they got into a little argument.
Right.
Verbal argument. Then it gradually increases where it's like shit is being broken and people are being injured and hurt. And it's like, then what her husband said was like, he don't want to go there because like now it can get bad.
Yeah.
It can get bad. Like
because now you step in, it's like, that's my girl, man.
Not even that, but it can take a step further with them too, where it's just like somebody ends up dead.
Yes.
Somebody's being killed.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's
scary possibility.
That's dangerous, and that's scary as fuck.
Yeah. Especially when you're absorbing true crime like they say they do.
Yeah.
Now your head's spinning.
You get ideas.
It could happen any day. You get that phone call that your brother went too far in a fight and is spending the rest of his life in prison, or reverse.
Yeah, man.
And she, like in the Christian Obasimile case, which I think inspired this person's email.
Yeah.
You know, his girlfriend stabs him in his sleep or something like that, or in the middle of an argument, she cuts him or shoots him in a way that kills him.
That's scary.
That's scary to think about.
But their situation, if I'm her, man, I'll talk to. Because again, if it was me, I'm talking to my spouse, and I'm like, look,
yes,
you guys need to, you and your family, the immediate family, to get together and figure out something. Get moms involved.
Yes,
I feel like that person, the mom, dad, whoever, the head honcho, has the most powerful,
the matriarch.
Yes, has the most powerful voice in that family, and I think her can do whatever she says can do wonders and help that family out.
A family meeting, especially. Here's the thing. In this, I'm going to speak specifically to their situation. In my situation, I don't really know what I would do because it's a know your place type of thing. Like, all I can do is tell you, hey man, I don't think you guys are good for each other. If you guys continue to be with each other, I've done all I can do as far as I'm concerned. In my own thinking of a scenario I could find myself in. But in their specific scenario, we're having an intervention. We're having ultimatums. You guys can't work at the family business anymore if you keep this up. You can't come to my house anymore if you keep this up. Like, things need to be taken away or threaten to be taken away. You guys aren't welcome to our family events because we don't want to enable this toxic behavior.
I get that.
We don't want to be providing the alcohol that gets you guys drunk at a party function, family function, and you guys get drunk and go home and hurt each other.
Yeah.
So you guys can't come around us and drink and everything. We're not going to enable that.
I feel like that's the only power that she has, though.
Yes.
Just stop that.
The whole family, her husband. I mean, that's his brother,
but, Yeah, but anything outside of that, I don't think she, like you said, no, you got to know your place. And I don't think it's only but so much that she can say.
She can't frontline any of this.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, well,
who are you?
You're disrespecting. Yeah. You're not even part of it.
You're new.
Exactly.
That's when stuff gets personal, because that's when hurtful stuff comes out. You're not family. That's when hurtful stuff comes out. And sometimes people say stuff that can't be unsaid.
Right.
You can forgive people, but stuff can't be unsaid. If somebody was to tell me, I married somebody in your family, you came to our wedding, we had a good time and everything, and then you, in an argument, when I'm trying to look out for you, you go, you're not my family. You're not, you're not my real sister.
Yeah.
You can't take that back. Because you danced with me at my wedding, and my kids are your family, but I'm not your family. All right, cool. Well, then, if something like that gets said, then I'm out. Period.
Yeah.
Then I don't care.
Yep.
But just, you're not welcome in my home. So I don't want her to get to a point, which she could have. It's been a couple of months since we got this email, and something could have happened where it's like hardline stance, and now you cause friction in the family. It's just it's a rough place to be in, because if this guy, her husband, loves his brother to death, which I imagine he must, it's his brother, right? If she goes, well, he said something to me when I tried to help him. I was trying to give him advice or whatever, and he said something really rude. So you know what? He's not welcome in our house anymore. Yeah. Now you got me in a position where I got to go tell my brother, younger or older, whatever. I got to go tell my brother, hey, man, you can't come around the house anymore. Now you causing friction. Now he tells their mom, yeah, she won't let me come over to the house. Da, 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 da. Now it's friction being caused, and none of this has anything to even do with you. So all we can do is give our opinions. That's no advice I really have on this. But what is known by you and by us now from reading your email is that this is a really volatile situation.
It is.
And I don't envy your position. And, I don't really know what you do. But all you can do is be a voice in your brother's corner, because I'm sure it hurts him to see his brother in this situation. And, man, I don't know. People gotta know their worth. It sounds like a classic situation of know your worth.
Yeah, but I think
when somebody says you're 12, I feel like you think like you can't do better than this.
Yeah, I think her husband is in a more difficult situation than anybody involved in this whole thing. Because now you have
super in the middle.
You have his wife telling him, he should do this, which is probably right.
Yeah.
And then you have his own ideas or whatever, and then you got maybe mom's own. You got 3 different people talking in your ear, and you don't know. You wanna be neutral, but that's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work,
especially because they work. It's business involved.
Exactly, it's not going to work. And then, but as your brother, you love him, and you don't want to hurt his feelings. And it's like it's hard to tell people what they need to hear and what they want to hear.
Yes.
So if you go in there,
you don't want your brother to be in a position to where he feels like he has to choose between his girl and his family.
Yeah. But again, the brother is like, look, you just got to tell bro what it is. You just got to be up from him. It's all love. It's all love. And if he take
it come from that place of love, but it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, but if he take it the wrong way, then that's on him.
It is what it is.
That's on him.
But if he takes it the wrong way and he goes, "Oh, y'all gonna make me choose between my girl
and y'all,"
it will definitely get messy.
Yeah.
There's no way that this doesn't get messy because it involves codependency, alcohol addiction, and family drama and money.
Yeah,
this is a tough one.
Yeah.
So I think we've said all that we can really say on this because there is no solution.
Yeah.
You're gonna get into some tough arguments with this brother. He's gonna storm out. He's going to not talk to the family for a bit. He needs to learn that this isn't a good relationship. That's the thing. It's like what is it? When you tell your kid you can't go out late, you overbearing on them, they end up being the most bad boy, bad girl, stay out late, smoke drugs, drink alcohol. It's like when you try to put a restraint on people, that's when they go wild the most.
Yeah.
And you trying to tell this person who he thinks is his soulmate, I mean, they've been together 15 years since they were 12. This is his girl. He can't see that it's messed up. So y'all don't get it. Y'all don't know how strong our love is, even though we're out here hitting on each other and, she's making me look like I might be a domestic violence abuser and whatever the hell is going on, and she's manipulating him, and I can tell all that stuff is y'all are making that up. That's not how I see it. Sometimes we're just so passionate.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any one thing that could be said to fix it. Also, people do what they're going to want to. People are going to do what they want to do.
Yeah, man. I mean, pick your poison. It's
a lot of poison in this one.
Absolutely.
It's like I see a bunch of different ways to go at it. Each way it's gonna be bad before it gets good, and it might never get good. Right. That's the other downside to it. Is like it might only get bad, blow up the family, and never get good.
Yeah. Talk about it, weigh your pros and your cons, and then you got to go from there.
Yeah. I like the intervention idea. Get the whole family together. Let them know, like, we love you. Hey, we even love your girl. We've known her since she was 12 years old. We just don't think you guys work well together. And we don't want one of you guys to end up hurt.
That's hard to do if the person doesn't realize there's a problem.
Yeah.
Because then if they know, like, oh, I have a problem, we have a problem.
Yeah.
I'll go into the intervention. Now I'll join. But if they like,
you catching us off guard.
I ain't nothing wrong with me.
Yeah.
And it's like, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You can do.
It's a tough one, man.
You can't help somebody that doesn't want help.
Had to bite me a shrimp on that one.
I ain't get it. What's that?
That's my new catchbridge.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's my new catchphrase.
Yeah.
So
why?
I'm gonna say it at times where it's like, nothing left to be said.
I'm gonna bite my shrimp.
Yeah, I had to bite me a shrimp on that one. Because it's like I need to just go and put something in my mouth because there's nothing left to be said.
Why shrimp?
Because it's like decadent. It's a nice lavish snack. A prawn, some cocktail sauce.
All right.
So it's like, you say so, you hit the nail on the head, Fran.
Yeah.
So I got nothing else to add. So you know what? I had to bite me a shrimp on that one. And that's part of it too. It's a very right now. It's a very specific.
Oh, okay.
It's right now.
So it's work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
That's not the scene.
I don't know all the scenarios in which it could be used. No, that's the one.
Oh,
that's my
that's
the catchphrase.
All right.
But that's the only scenario in which somebody says something that or is nothing less to add, or I'm flexing. If I say like, yeah, I just took the Benz out, it was a sunny side out, and then somebody tried to tell me something else about what I'm doing. Who are you to tell? Basically, the energy is like, who are you to tell me what I'm doing when I'm balling this hard? But instead of saying that, you go,
had to buy me a shrimp on that.
Yeah. So those are the two scenarios now. When somebody just drops a gem that's cold and it's like brilliant, it's almost some people in place of that. Some people do snaps.
Okay,
this is my snaps. My snap instead of snaps go. I had to bite me a shrimp on that one. It's just nothing else I can say after that, Fran. You can't help people that don't want to be helped. I had to bite me a shrimp on that.
What about ditto? Isn't that like the same thing? People say ditto. Isn't that like? Doesn't that mean the same thing?
Yeah, but I think mine's a little more fresh. Got a little more zip. I think it's just like
that's on par for you.
What? What is that? What are you saying?
That's on par for you.
What is that?
Let's move on, man.
Wait. What do you mean that's on par for me? What do you mean?
That's not.
What are you trying to say?
No, you know the word I like to use. You know the word I use to describe you.
Why don't you use it? What do you mean?
A little bit of bouginess, but
let's get out of here, man.
Let's move on. Man.
Oh, why? Because I'm eating shrimp?
Let's move on, man.
We will move on. That's it.
You could say anything. You could say, had to bite on a club cracker or something like that.
A club cracker?
Delicious.
Sure.
Delicious.
But so that's more humble and more.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
You knew it though. That's why you said it.
Wow.
You knew.
I had to bite on a Triscuit on that one. No.
Yeah.
No. I bite on a shrimp. I had to bite me a shrimp on that one.
Come on, man.
I'm working on it, bro.
I get it.
I never had a catchphrase.
What did I say?
I thought I'd try it.
Why do you need a catchphrase?
It's fun. We're personalities. Might do public events soon. Like,
help me.
Merchandising reasons,
let me find mine.
purposes.
What about me? How I don't have one? You get to get one. I don't have one?
I can't make your catchphrase. You got to find that within yourself. It's going on a journey.
All right.
You got to find your own journey within and find your catchphrase. That was one I saw, I heard, and spoke to me. And so you find yours. You let yours out whenever you please.
All right.
But anyway, like I said, this is an affirmative murder minisode. The first of
Oh, was that it?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I just got two ones. Like this is the
Bummer.
call. We're doing this is the conch shell call.
Okay.
We're calling out to
call
people.
to
Hey,
action.
guys, call to
Yes.
action. Send us those emails. Get that energy. Whatever you got. Ghost stories. People living inside your walls. That happens to people. Maybe you have what I like. I would love if anybody has any of these. Sometimes they have those. You ever seen those squatters' rights videos where people go, "We went to the grocery store, came home, a homeless person moved in, and then we couldn't kick them out."
Yeah.
That happens sometimes. I think I don't know.
That happened like recently.
Yeah.
Somebody's homeless now because of that.
Yeah, like they have rights.
That's crazy.
They have squatters' rights. They can squat in there, and you can't just kick them out. So or something like that, or hoarder stories, or whatever, man, or traditional true crime stories.
I see hoarders all the time, man.
Yeah.
In the cars, I go hoarder.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You see the signs.
Yeah.
Just piled up with trash.
They had a whole bunch of signs.
I love hoarding stories. Or maybe you live in the same town where David Koresh grew up, or something like that. Anything like that, please feel free. AffirmativeMurder@gmail.com. Send us in with the make sure the subject is Tales from the Hood, and whatever you got, man. We just want it all. And if you do music, please, I don't know, send us a jingle about Tales from Your Hood. If you have a song you want to make about Tales from Your Hood, or Tales from the Hood,
help Fran with his catchphrase,
or help Fran find his catchphrase. We can do an American Idol style competition to find the best, the top best catchphrases, and then every mini-sode when we sign off, Fran will try a new one. Yeah, and we'll see what people think.
And if I don't like it, be like, no, dog. No, dog.
That's a no for me, dog.
That's a no for me, dog.
Also, shout out to Randy Jackson, man. That video I saw of him, man. He just I don't know his life. I don't know what's going on. He might have I don't know, ALS or something. I don't know. I didn't know. Randy Jackson is not doing well. So prayers to Randy Jackson. Yeah. On that note, we'll see you guys next week. This will be our new weekly mini-sode that we do alongside the regular episode. So yeah, reach out to us, affirmativemurder@gmail.com. Send in that email.
Deuces.
That's a catchphrase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want that. That's my sign off though.
I don't have a sign off. So it's like, maybe you just do sign off. I do catchphrase. Hey, you know what, friend? Guess what? I had to bite me a shrimp on that one.
Ditto.